Master, what is the importance of a guru teacher in this matrix?
Okay. It's a kind of question which everyone should ask, specifically all those seekers who are seeking something the highest of the highest, and they are keeping the goal as the exit of the matrix. Okay, so exit from the matrix is the only goal in this reality, and that is there. And that is what all scriptures had been focusing upon. All scriptures had been indicating towards the dwar, door, gate, exit, export, and going out of this plane, this realm of pains, this realm of suffering. To realize the value of a teacher, one should firstly realize what exactly we are dealing with. That is very, very important. If you don't know what exactly you're dealing with, then teacher doesn't make any difference. Okay, if you're supposed dealing with the education of the world, the worldly education that we have as like that we get in schools or in college, so in that way the teacher would be having a very different meaning. Like in Sanskrit, there are two different teachers. Okay, one is adhyapak and the other one is guru. So these are like two different things. So a subject based adhyapan would be having a teacher, like the worldly teacher, but the word adhyapak in English should be facilitator, not the teacher. But the word guru exactly translates to the word teacher. Okay, not master. Master is a very different word. The word master translates to avatar. Manifested Aster is equal to avatar, and guru is teacher, and then adhyapak is facilitator, who is facilitating a subject-based knowledge. So they can be adhyapak, who will be just sharing about the subject, maybe the subject about geography, cosmology, or science, or mathematics, anything which is only for the worldly this thing. But the real education that comes from the teacher, guru. Okay, and that teacher has to be Vagmi. Vagmi means who can speak about it. Okay, not the Mauni guru. There are Mauni gurus also, but one can only learn from the Vagmi guru who can speak about it, who can relate to the things, what exactly the things are. And then the appearance of the teacher in this reality had been, timely kept aligned to the reality. You see, the world teachers, whosoever have ever appeared or had appeared in this reality, they have appeared on a very specific time. Okay, the time when there is a change of the yuga, okay, which is the time of Sandhi, the bridging time. So the teacher appears at the time of Sandhi. Now from the same thing, the new aging has given a new statement to the world that when the students are ready, the teacher appears. Now for that matter, then there has to be so many students and there has to be so many teachers. So, but it is never like that. There are only few students and few teachers, and few students only, they turn into disciples, only few, not all. Now disciple is a very, very beautiful word. The one who can actually discipline, or the one who can go with the discipline, is a disciple. Not any Tom, Dick, and Harry can be a disciple, or just by being a part of a group at the mass level, or taking up a course or a facilitation, this thing, a new age workshop or something, they become like a student or a seeker or disciple that way in today's world. Or being taking a mantra at the mass level, in a very big group, or that way, So the scripture says one has to really safeguard from such teachers and facilitators both, because the teacher has to be one-on-one, and I've always said about it that the teacher has to be one-on-one. But yes, the one-on-one too has to be seen in a different light. It has to be seen accurately what exactly one-on-one means. There had been teachers who will give the teaching one-on-one and then they will leave. Okay, you now practice. And then after, the teacher will meet maybe after a year or something. But today the technology has made it like very, very easy and simple, that where you can meet your teacher, you can communicate with your teacher, you can interact with your guru, you can ask more questions, you can uh, meet online, offline, both ways. But there has to be certain parameters. So first of all, just like in this reality, the most important thing is, first of all, one should be able to listen. Okay. Now listening what? Listening is of two things. Firstly, if you are able to listen, or you are listening to the words that there is an exit to the matrix, consider yourself as the fortunate one. Okay. In this reality, the sound is vibration. Okay. Sound is everywhere and sound is light. If one is able to listen to the words that you can exit and there is an exit and it is a matrix, because not all would be able to listen to this thing. And if you're able to listen to this thing, then consider yourself very, very fortunate that you are listening to this thing. And listening, and then second thing is listening as a disciple or as a student or as a seeker, so that you can work upon it towards the exit. Okay. Now exit, how you will realize that where exactly is the exit. Now exit simply means you master your things at the bodily level, earthly level, in the earthly body, to that extent that now you don't need the earthly body or the earth element to master. Okay, you are given this earthly body on the earthly realm, just like a swimsuit is required to go into the water. Similarly, earthly body is given to travel on the earth. You master this body, you don't need any physical body anymore to handle. You understand your body as a spirit, and you handle your body as a suit, and you know that this suit is given these functions, and I know the functions pretty well. And now and going forward, I don't need any earthly body, so you are free from the earthly realm. So there is no question of birth, and there is only a cycle of birth. There is no cycle of birth and death. Death means the entry into the etheric realm. Door to ether is death. Mrityu means mrit ayu, where there is no coming back, no ayu thereafter, no age afterwards. But you see, the earthly body is till the time you have to travel on earth. So you master the earth elements like food, speech, earthly body's functionality, clothes, shelter, the very basics, and you master the earthly body, and you can move forward to the further realm. And that is how one can prepare oneself for the exit. Now going out of the exit, it requires some code. Now one code is already there in your DNA, and the second code is what you exactly require to exit from the reality. And if anyone thinks they can do it without the teacher, then there are two possibilities. Okay, it's a very simple game. There are two possibilities. Number one, the first possibility is the event would have occurred onto you. Okay, the event would have occurred onto you, and you have got the details of the cosmology, cosmics, macrocosm, microcosm, everything. You got to know all the elements about your centers are open, and the energy has risen upward, and it is okay. Now you are clear with the code and everything. Now you know the vidyas, and you can be free. Okay, you can free yourself. Okay, now you free yourself. Now the duty comes down. You have to free few more fortunate ones. Moment you are free, you free the others also, because that becomes like a fountain inside, and that fountain want you to now deliver. The fountain which is received, it is not a closed fountain, it is an open fountain. The moment the fontanella, the fountain is open, it showers onto so many. It is an auto process. Okay, it is irrespective of you get money, where you get something in return or not. It really doesn't matter. Now the first possibility is the event must have occurred onto you. The second is, if the event has not occurred, you have to prepare yourself. Now that preparation cannot happen without the teacher. The spirituality today is like a belief system spirituality, that Piscean age spirituality, which is an old age spirituality, which has come on earth in the last like 400 years, like in 4-5 centuries, it has been developed here, so that the people continue, roaming around in the labyrinth, all here and there, and they continue going in circles and circles and circles and circles and running around in a circus, not able to find the exit from the game of the concentric circles. So that is how this whole game is created, and that all like mental game. The game inside the ment means mind, al means light. The light is created in the mind, and they continue imagining the light in the mind. They continue imagining the ascended masters, the lights, the chakras, the devi, or whatsoever xyz things they continue to believe and imagine. And that whole image imagination is been working in the meditation and spirituality in a very philosophical way. That is why it is all about the age of belief system and age of beliefs, which is now ending. The age of belief is ending and the age of celestial knowledge is beginning. And that is where the Aquarian age is beginning. Aquarian age is all about the celestial waters, Amrit, celestial knowledge, Jnana Ganga. Okay, so now the water is flowing. And people have to now come out of their all nonsensical activities when this whole thing is getting planned on Earth right now. You see, the current events on Earth have already brought people to the basics of life: food, cloth, and shelter. Now it is a golden opportunity in front of people so that they can correct themselves on the earthly level. Number two, it's a golden opportunity for the beings on Earth, specifically the spirits, to refrain themselves from what exactly is not poison. Okay, what is like not going to poison them. Now the things is you continue doing the things, like you go to the mall, you go to the theater, you go on to eating to the restaurants. Now that you see on Earth, it has already been like created with a boundary that you have to be double vaccinated. You go there, you can't go there. It's a golden opportunity for the spirits. Why would a spirit want all these nonsensical activities? A good spirit would need good earthly food, good shelter, good even if it is about vihar means entertainment, manoranjan. So that would also be yukta, which will be like helping them to evolve, than to devolve them or degress them into this reality to make them fall. Just like sitting in a dark place for like 3 hours. Okay, so one has to learn those things. So it is a golden opportunity. Third is it is another golden opportunity to correct the behavior, because you have like limited beings, but at the same time you interact with so many beings on social media. Social distancing has been created on land so that there is no human connection. That is why it is brought. Virus is a question, is a reason. But now the thing is, you learn the right behavior, you connect with the right beings, and you evolve again. So what other than that as an opportunity the earthly people need? So if you gain that opportunity, grab onto that opportunity, it's a better chance for you to evolve. And further going forward, without a teacher, it is going to be an impossible thing to do. If anyone, I meet so many people, no doubt in the last 100 years on Earth, there had been teachers who had done like, all this mass agenda, mass phenomena, mass circuses created through the systems, and all that technical things are like floated in the market like anything. And teachers are like, it is like a multi-level marketing which is created. Okay, but that is not going to work anymore. You make the multi-level marketing system or a marketing strategy, so that is not going to work with anyone anymore. So people have to really learn to come out of this folly system, and they have to adopt the real system. Today or tomorrow, everyone has to adopt. You can run in 10 different directions with 10,000 reasons, which you yourself is creating. You can do whatever, you can speak whatever, you can live whatever way. But at the end, you have to adopt the real system. There is no other way. And without teacher, it is not going to be possible at all. You see, the current reality has been ruled with the laws of the Saturn. Now, Aquarian age is all about Rahu and Saturn. Okay, Rahu can still give you liberty, but Saturn will never give you liberty. Rahu can give you a reason for some time, but Saturn will never give anyone a reason. Okay, Saturn is all about judgment. It's not like a 3D judge who will continue giving dates and dates. It is about then and there. You will be tested. You will be, judged for your words to receive the knowledge. And then ultimately, Saturn represents the knees. Knees are given to kneel down. So everyone should know to kneel down in the times to come, because the things are going to be to that extent, and without teacher it's not possible. It is impossible a thing, because if you think you'll be able to reach onto the codes, you will be able to reach onto the things, it is not going to work out. That is as simple as that. That is for sure. It is not going to work. Yeah.
Master, now that we are talking about Saturn and judgment, so when we are speaking about judgment, that means there are certain laws to be followed, to be practiced. And for a spirit being who is on the spiritual path, there are both earthly laws as well as spiritual laws. So are there any similarities between the earthly law and spiritual law, or is there any difference?
See, one simple fact is the spiritual laws are the most fun laws. Okay, they are the most fun laws. They are the most playful laws. They are the most playful things to do, because a spirit cannot have suffering. Spirit cannot have pain. Spirit will not have all these things. Spirit can cry in love. Okay, spirit can cry in love, but spirit will not cry in pain. Okay, spirit would be like playful, irrespective of whatever the things on earth are. It is very, very simple. You cannot harm a spirit. That is a law. Nainam chidanti shastrani nainam dhati pavaka. So you cannot harm any spirit in any way, and spirit cannot be harmed. So the spirit is like the most playful thing. Now the physical reality, the material laws are the most torturous thing. It is the most torturous. It is the most troublesome thing that one can ever see. But in the spiritual and material laws also, there is an opposition. Okay, the material laws want you to gather more. Okay, as per the material laws, you continue to gather, you continue to accumulate, you continue to just collect and collect. Okay, take it from them, take it from him, take it from them. You create a big empire, the ashram systems and the centers, and then the money, the number of people. It is all about number, more. The material laws are all about gaining more and more, gathering more and more. But the spiritual laws goes exactly opposite to it. The exact opposite to it is spiritual law says distribute more and more, deliver more and more, give more and more. It is exactly opposite. So this is exact opposition to it. And the people in today's reality have gone exactly opposite to the spiritual laws. They want more and more, but they don't want to give more and more. That is the thing. Now when we talk about even giving, you learn something, you give it forward. You have to give it. And that is how even the nature works, because nature works as per the laws of the spiritual realm. It is exactly in front of your eyes that a tree is grown into a full blossomed fruitful tree, and then the tree gives more and more, and every season it gives. Every season. That is how even a teacher works. You do whatever, you continue pelting stone, you continue doing whatever, you continue plucking the things, but the teacher will continue giving its fruits. It really irrespective of it, because the nature of the tree does not change. You cannot change the nature, the very core, the very nature, and the nature of the same, the spirit, which blossoms into a soul, and it ultimately becomes the teacher in the world. Because that too, if the unmanifested wanted only, then the teacher appears. And when the unmanifested wanted only then the teacher appears. And you do whatever. Even in the hearts, everyone in the world, they know they are going in the wrong direction. They are doing wrong. But the only thing is they want to solace themselves with the new age statements that, okay, God will, these are like lame statements. And the blind statements which are given, the lame, dead, blind statements. Like God is going to help everyone. God will help those who help themselves. On the first place, the word God itself is a very wrong word. Okay, So God will help everyone. God is everywhere. He is in everyone. I'm saying if God is already in everyone, then why do you don't regard God in everyone? Why have you filled yourself with so much of butchery, brutality, hatred, anger, and then why there is a war everywhere, all on the earth? If God is everywhere, the only thing is it is just to solace your mental setup that okay, God is everywhere, God is in everything, God is like he's doing everything for me and he will take care of me. God will not take care of anyone who is indisciplined. God takes care, or the higher, or the Lord, or teacher, guru, they take care of such beings like Prahlad, Dhruv. They take care of such beings. They fight the battle for the beings like Arjun. They stand in the battlefield with them. Okay. God does not, or any God, any guru, I have always said, any teacher, any Lord, any divine, they will not help any superfluously speaking, nonsensical and indisciplined being. No one would help them. Yeah.
So, Master, you were mentioning about butchery and all that, all the things that are going on in this world. So, and we know this matrix is under the effect of Kal and Trigun. And when we speak of an enlightened master, an awakened being who is Kalatit and Gunatit, what does that mean?
Okay. See, the teacher is the most free being. For the guru, the word is Kalatit. For a teacher, the word is Kalatit. He is Gunatit. He is Brahmanandam, Paramasukadam, Kevalam Jnanamurtim. He is only about knowledge. Kevalam Jnanamurtim means he's only the form of knowledge. He's only and only knowledge. Rest is your choice. Whatever you want to take out of it, you create out of it. The images, he doesn't bother about images. He's a free spirit. He is the most free being in this reality. Is the most the Jivan Mukta. He's the Jivan Mukta of the Jivan Mukta. He is completely free. He's so free that he is not controlled by any clock or watch. No time controls such a being. And that is why he's Kal Atit. He's beyond the Kal. He's beyond that time. Because today, the simplest way of seeing is your control. Every life is controlled by the this thing, the clock. You have to do the 9 to 5. You have to do this thing from that time to that time. You have to eat only at 1 o'clock. You have to do this thing at 9 o'clock. You have to do this thing at that particular time. But he is the most free being. He is a completely free being. He is not captured into any time frame. He's a completely a free being, completely free, and nobody can control whatsoever. He cannot be controlled by anyone or any being. So he is that way, and he is into always in the Brahmanand, means the Ananda of the highest, always in that. And he is Bhavatit. He is not into any bhav also. He doesn't go with the emotions of the world. Because he is to deliver. He is to deliver his knowledge, and he has to get out of this plane. Now this plane, matrix simply means labyrinth. Matrix means labyrinth. Matrix means Mayajal. Labyrinth means Bulbulaya. So it is a Bulbulaya today. So it is a labyrinth. And when you're standing in front of the judge, okay, when you're standing in front of the judge, you need to have an advocate who can speak that language for you. And teacher is an advocate for you. But why would he advocate your case? Why would a teacher advocate your case in front of a judge like Saturn? Because all your life you lied, you created wrong images, rumors, then all indiscipline, and never tried to change yourself and live the life whatever the worldly program was. And even when you were aware, even then you didn't bring the change. Now you want someone to advocate your case for that? Certainly you are going to lose that case. Okay, so a guru is the advocate within the jail. He's in the jail with you, who can advocate your case in front of the judge. But it is only possible when you listen. That is why in every scripture there is a dialogue. One is asking the question, the other is, answering. The guru is answering, Shiva is answering, any higher is answering, because it is all about progression. Okay, it is all about patra and patrata. So one is asking the question, the other one is receiving the answer. So that is how one grows. So this is an instrument given to listen. But today people are trying to see through the ears. When you use the ears,
Believe what they hear,
yeah, they
not
want
what
to
they
see
see.
what they hear. When you want to hear through the eyes or any other organ, and you want to see through your ears, then it is always going to be like a mumbo jumbo thing. And you will be living in a very fumbled reality, and you will always, run into 10 different directions, and ultimately you'll reach nowhere. And in the jail, you always need an advocate. Who comes to the jail? Who has committed some crime. Now, what is a crime? What is a sin? Sin simply means whatever is not allowing you to perfect yourself. There is something little less than the perfection. And that is why you have to perfect yourself. And if you perfect yourself, then you're free. And if you don't master, you don't perfect, you're still here. It is so simple a thing. And then the guru doesn't change his stand anyway. The teacher doesn't change his stand anyway. The teacher remains the same. Okay. His heart remains the same. He is always the same person. He is the same being who is going to act in the same way, deliver in the same way, whatsoever, wheresoever on earth. Because he is on a duty. He's on a task. He has a mission. He's on a duty. He is to deliver. So he'll finish his things for whatever time frame he's on earth. That is what his birth is for. He is a traveler who has been, just like the biomedia, put into the culture by the divine himself. That is why you see even the scripture says the Lord sacrificed his begotten son for humanity. So the divine himself, he puts his ansh into the earthly matrix so that the whole culture can be changed. And culture can be changed through cult, culture. Now the definitions are changed in the world today. And until we don't correct the definitions, there can be no change. There can be no change at all. Yeah.
Oh, Master, you are reviving Gurukul Parampara, Gurukul culture. And you have been speaking about delivering the same way to everyone. And Guru is a samdrishti who treats everyone the same. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah. See, the word samadrishti is very, very beautiful. Samadrishti means equal vision towards everyone. Okay. So equal vision, Guru always has an equal vision. A teacher always has an equal vision towards everyone. And that one vision is the being who is learning. They have to get out of this plane. They should not come back to this earthly plane at all. They should be freed from this earthly jail. That is samadrishti. Now, the samadrishti would be, now we can use it in some other sense also, in a very, although it is like a very low sense of the same thing, but we can use it in this lower sense as well. That even if whatsoever the world says, the world does to the teacher, okay, you see, every teacher has to go through many tests in this reality. Okay. Every teacher has been posed with all the challenges, specifically from the near ones and then from the other ones in the power positions. Okay, it has been a reality always, and that is what one can find in the life stories of the gurus who have visited this land. But whatsoever test, Now, why they are put into test and why they have passed through this test, maybe at the body level, maybe at this, the worldly level or whatsoever. So they are given these tests so that it is a live example in front of you. The life of a guru, the life of a real teacher is such an example on earth that come what may, he still does not leave the divine path. Come what may. Okay. That is a straight living example in front of you. That is why I have given a sutra that Guru is the Sankhya of disciple. Guru is the Sankhya of disciple. It is something, he is the living Sankhya in front of you. Guru is a soul in function. What a spirit should look up to. The only thing is, because the world is already trained in the reverse way, in such a reverse way that you cannot accept. The acceptance is low in today's people and rejection is very high, even for the little things. But you don't go to a gurukul and you say that, okay, you have to do these things, and then you put your square box thinking into function, and then you say, if the guru has to be, if he clarifies this criteria, he is a guru. It's a tick box. If he doesn't go with this criteria, he's not a guru. You will fail to decipher the phenomena called teacher. You will fail to decipher the phenomena that a teacher is. You will fail. And I can bet on that. It is impossible to do that, because you are thinking in a very limited way. Now, after all those tests also, after all those beings would do to the guru or the teacher, still I'm telling you, he's still samdrishti towards those beings as well. He still have the same heart, same love. He will never have any violence towards anyone. Even if the beings will be so violent to him, even still he will never be violent. That is what I've seen in gurus myself. I know the example of such Sikh gurus in Sikhism itself, who are battling in the field with their opponents, with their enemies, but at the end, in the evening, they will clean their wounds. The guru will go and offer water, give them something to eat. And someone asked the guru that, why are you doing all this? They are your enemies. He said, no, I'm to kill the enmity, not the enemy. Okay. So that is what a guru is. He's always samadrishti. He is not the one who will continue having any hatred or envy, because his heart is not like that. His whole being doesn't work like that. You do whatever this world has always done to each guru. Someone said a very beautiful thing to me. They said the truth is welcomed with antagonism. That is the reality of this world. The truth is always welcomed with antagonism. That's the truth. Because we don't want to accept the truth, because we think it is just like the same, whatever had been happening in the last 4 centuries. But Guru is Samdrishti. He doesn't change. He still have the same heart, same being, same core, same reality, but in progression. He will continue to move forward and forward, so that you continue to move to the higher progression. Then, because ultimately you have to go up in the spiral, then stuck somewhere. When you're struck, that is construct. But one has to move and come out of it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Master, for giving such valuable knowledge so generously every day. Truly grateful to you.